Hi everyone, welcome to this next video from Magical Worlds by Johanna Basford. We are doing this first snail of this last row today. Let's come in closer and have a look. We've got florals on our snail today. Let's have a look. Now I want to try and do a bit of a different colour to ones that we've done already. So I'm having a look. We've got blues, we've got lots of green. Obviously we're going to have some green here. I say obviously, I'm going to do green these. Got quite a lot of brown going on. Not much sort of girly pink, should we say. So let's have a go at that. So let's start with a pink. Let's start with a, where is it? I was just looking for the Bengal Rose Deep. Here it is. Bengal Rose Deep. Let's do all these little flowers with this. Starting with these. Yesterday I showed you how cute the snail was, the very last one, because its eyes / antenna had mushrooms on. This one's got the cute florals on. So I thought, let's start with this. Nice and bright. I know our snail above this one has got a pink body, but we didn't quite have the pink, this sort of shade of pink in any of them. It's not my favourite pink, but I just figured we needed something a bit bright and cheery to go, like yesterday's was a bit dirgy, wasn't it? Just greys and browns, a few greens. I mean, it's okay if you like those colours. Dingy is the word that I meant, not dirgy. That's very different. A very different thing. So I might do this colour on the body, but I shall have a think about that as we go through. I won't make a decision quite yet. What I am going to do is grab a deeper colour and just put a little bit of aubergine, a few lines. See, these florals have got lines on. I'm just gonna take those lines up a little bit just to give our flowers a bit of a shape. It's quite hard to see what I'm doing because the pencil wants to just scatter its crumbs all over the place, but there are black lines on them and I just made them bigger. I just wanted it to look like there's some separation in the petals. You don't have to do that, I just wanted to. Right, we've got loads of leaves now, all sorts of, we've got this sort of grass here first, which I'm going to do to start with. Now we've got quite a good range of greens. I'm just trying to figure out what we haven't used much of. We haven't used the castle greens, so maybe I'll start with the castle green light. Why not? I think this is quite pale though, hence the name. Oh, it's okay. Actually, I'm going to try and make it a bit lighter to the tip, but actually it goes down quite intensely if you layer it up. So it's going to be perfectly fine. That's good. I hope everyone's well today. Having a good day so far. Might be early for some of you. Maybe quite a few of you. I don't know. It's certainly early when I put these out in the mornings. My son says, "Mum, you shouldn't put your videos out so early." Like, well, I just always have. It's a funny thing. I'm gonna. Are there any other castle greens in this set? No. Oh, in the other set, the soft touch set, there's castle middle and dark castle green, but that's only one. Right. We'll have to go to the new plan. We used those. Let's go for the chrome green next. Let's try this one. We're getting a bit darker. I think that's fine. And I'm going to do it for the stem work of these flowers. Yeah, so he says, "Oh, you shouldn't release your video so early in the morning." And I'm like, well, I just always used to, because when I first started YouTube, it was a good time for me. I was sort of I was up, ready, had breakfast, and it was a good time for sort of promoting the video because I was up and ready to go. So it was a good time. because I used to, as the video went out, promote it on Facebook and Instagram. Nowadays I don't need to do that because I can set up scheduled posts to do it for me, which is rather nice. I'm wondering whether any of these longer leaves are supposed to be part of this as well. Oh, got a bit of grass, so we might as well not though, we can use a different colour. I am going to grab that castle green light though and do this little bit of grass here. Sometimes it's quite nice to have a bit of consistency. Right, I am going to go for a hooker's green next. This is quite dark, but I think it's fine. I think these two leaves are the same. That one looks a bit different. So I'd always done 715. The only problem with 715 is that it's no good for me doing a what's the name of it? A premiere. I can't be available. I could premiere it, but I couldn't be available in the chat because it's too busy a time in the morning normally. Everyone's getting ready to leave the house, so I can't be present, but that's okay. Now, where should we go from here? I'm thinking maybe terre verde. Yeah, let's go terre verde. Here it is. What terre means? I know verde means green in French, but terre, T-E-R-R-E. What does that mean? Don't know. Be interesting to know, wouldn't it? There we go. I'm trying to make them a little darker near the bottom, but it's not always that easy. We've got these three long ones left. What's our sap green? It's a bit more, those are a bit more olivey. I think that's okay though. I might just use this sap green. I'm not sure that I've used it. That'll be a bit different. There we go. It fits in with the others. I think this one is quite a bit different to the rest, but I think it's fine. There we go. Now we need a sort of background colour. It's sort of tempting to think let's do a sky, but we did a sky in the centre picture with our tree. We've done a night sky. We've done a random pink sky. You could do green to make it look like you've sort of got looking through other trees and bushes. So I might do that. I use a leaf green light. I'm going to give it a go. Let's have a go. Might get a bit too green, but you know. I'm going to do it quite lightly to start with, so I can sort of see how it looks, whether I think it needs a bit of yellow or a bit darker in areas or what, you know. It's nice to, it's a good idea not to sort of commit too much. It seems unconfident not to just go for it, but on the other hand, maybe it's sensible, you know. Okay, what I'm going to do is give it a sharpen, so I realise I haven't gone all the way to the edge of all of the items. I'm going to just put on my specs so I can see better, hopefully. And then I'm going to darken the edge a bit. Oops, there we go, around this edge, and then just fade it a bit as I go in. It's very crummy, isn't it? And then I'm going to go up to these edges. Now I can see. It's a bit faint, isn't it? Right, and now I'm going to sweep that away. I'm pondering. I'm going to use this leaf green light to colour the body of my snail. We haven't done a green snail yet. And I'm thinking, why not? I'm just sort of using a medium ish pressure and just blocking it in at the moment. I just want a good base colour, and then I'll decide what I'm doing after that. There we go. Now, can I layer this up a bit more? Yes, let's do that then. And under there. Now, I haven't quite decided about that bit of shell there, but I'm going to use my Bengal Rose Deep that I use for the florals, for these little circles. You could use a darker green. This particular green here would be quite good. That's the sap green, isn't it? But I just want to do something a bit more daring. I'm going to try and do them a bit darker around the edge. We'll see. So I was very sad this morning because it didn't snow. I don't like to get myself sad, but I wasn't like massively sad. I was just excited at the thought that it might snow. We had snow yesterday and then it washed away in the rain, but the BBC News and the Met Office and the local news all said that we would only get sleet and rain. So, but my tablet, I don't know where the weather comes from there, said that it was going to snow, and it did. So I've decided I'm going to use the aubergine for this bit of the shell. I'm going to use it in a specific way. You know how I haven't done it on this one, I'll explain then. So we've got quite a bit of green overlapping on this edge. I'm going to erase that before I start. Oh, find my eraser. There it is, rustling around in my pencil box. Anyway, so this, my tablet said it was going to snow, and it did. So yesterday it said that we were going to get snow today. So I thought, oh, it was right last time. So is it going to happen? And then the news had said there'll be showers and some will be wintry, and I was like, ooh, but no, sadly not. So now what I'm going to do is, close to our snail, I'm going to make this quite intense and then a bit lighter towards the edge, and do that in each of these little sections. This one's so narrow, very tricky. So yes, it didn't, and it just rained, and the rain was so heavy there were floods around locally. In some areas that don't normally flood, so that's quite rare. Right, I'm taking my specs off so I can just brush it off. Now, on my first three, I used a white pen. On my second three, I didn't. On this one, I want to. So there's a bit of inconsistency here in white pen or no white pen. Jelly Roll 8. I want to do some on the flowers. I'm just going to put my specs back on so I can see them. There we go. So where I drew these darker lines, just forming the petal shape, pen doesn't want to work. I'm just going to put a few dots. I think it just adds a hint of prettiness somehow. I don't know why. A few white dots just make something look prettier. It's just the oldest thing, but it does. And there we are. It's a really just a teeny addition, but there we go. There is our snail. So that is today's. A little bit unusual, different, but I enjoyed it. I hope that it was okay for you guys. Enjoy the rest of your day, and thank you for watching, and happy colouring.